Hello students, welcome to West Bengal English Medium Guide. Today I am going to give you some insight question answers from chapter number 6 Elements of Weather and Climate, class 7 Geography. I have provided 26 question answers in the previous video. If you have missed, then please check out the description box or playlist. You will find that video from there. So let's start the insight question answers from chapter number 6 Elements of Weather and Climate. Okay, next one, number 27. The temperature of a place decreases with an increase in its altitude. Why? The layer of the atmosphere closer to the Earth's surface is dense and contains water vapor and dust particles which absorb more heat. As we move to higher altitudes, the layer of the earth is less dense, contains lesser amount of water vapor and dust particles, and hence absorbs less heat. This is why hill stations are cooler than plains. 28. Places near the sea are neither too hot nor too cold due to the land breeze and the sea breeze. 29. What is sea breeze? During the day, the land is warmer than the sea. The air over the land is hot and becomes lighter and rises. This causes the cool air from the sea to take its place. This is known as sea breeze. 30. What is land breeze? At night, the sea is warmer than land. Warm air over the sea becomes lighter and rises. This causes the cool air from the land to take its place. This is known as land breeze. 31. What are the impacts of winds on the climate of a place? The warm winds raise the temperature of a place, whereas the cold winds lower the temperature of a place. Okay, next one, 32. How do ocean currents affect the temperature? Warm ocean currents increase the temperature while cold ocean currents decrease the temperature. 33. How can we measure the temperature of air? The instrument used to measure the temperature of air is called a thermometer. 34. The temperature is measured in degrees. 35. Which scales are used to measure temperature? The scales used to measure temperatures are Fahrenheit scale 0 degree Fahrenheit and Celsius scale 0 degree Celsius. Okay, next one, 36. Which scale is mostly used in India to measure temperature? In India, mostly the Celsius scale is used. 37. What is the boiling point of water in Celsius scale? 100 degrees centigrade. Celsius. 38. What is the freezing point of water in Celsius scale? 0 degrees Celsius. 39. What is the boiling point of water in Fahrenheit? 212 degree Fahrenheit. 40. What is the freezing point of water in Fahrenheit scale? 32 degree Fahrenheit. 41. What is atmospheric pressure? Air has weight which exerts pressure on everything on the Earth's surface. This is called as atmospheric pressure. It is defined as the force exerted by a column of air due to the weight on the surface on the earth. 42. What is atmospheric pressure measured by? Atmospheric pressure is measured by an instrument called a barometer. 43. What is the unit in which air pressure is measured? The unit in which air pressure is measured is called millibars. 44. Which factors affect atmospheric pressure? There are many factors that affect atmospheric pressure, such as altitude, temperature, and the presence of water vapor. 45. How does the altitude affect atmospheric pressure? Air pressure is the highest at sea level and decreases with height. Denser air is heavy and exerts greater pressure. Lighter air rises up and expands. It is less dense and hence exerts less pressure. 46. How does temperature affect atmospheric pressure? With an increase in temperature, air expands and becomes light and subsequently less dense. Light air exerts less pressure. On the other hand, cold air is dense and heavier. Hence, it exerts more pressure. 47. How does water vapor affect atmospheric pressure? Air which has water vapor is lighter than the air which has little or no water vapor. Therefore, moist air exerts less pressure than dry air. 48. How many pressure belts are there on the earth? There are 4 major pressure belts on the earth. These are of as follows: equatorial low pressure belts 5 degree north to 5 degree south, subtropical high pressure belt 30 degree north to 35 degree north and 30 degree south to 35 degree south. Subpolar low pressure belt 60 degree north to 66 degree north and 60 degree south to this one is 65, okay, 65 degree south. Okay, polar high pressure belt 90 degree north and 90 degree south. 49. Air moves in the horizontal as well as vertical direction. 50. Pressure belts keep shifting northwards or southwards with the movement of the sun by 10 degree. 51. What is wind? Air that moves in the horizontal direction is called wind. 52. What is air current? The vertical movement of the air is called air current. Okay, so this one is part 2 from this chapter. So part 1 and part 2, total 52 question answers are given. Rest of the question answers will be given in the next video. So till then, take care and bye.